What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Real NBA video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about who can possibly become the new coach of the Chicago Bulls. So as you all know, the Bulls have moved on from Garpax and hired a new VP of basketball operations with Artis Karnisovas, and naturally there's going to be a lot of changes coming to the Bulls. There's going to be a new GM and probably a new coach as well. There hasn't been any official reports saying that the Bulls are going to move on from Jim Boylen, but based on the season that just happened this year, I'm willing to bet money that there will be a new person coaching the Bulls by the time next season rolls around, because Jim Boylen is not cutting it. Jim Boylen does not have a good relationship with a lot of the players on the Bulls. I'm just willing to bet that Jim Boylen is not going to be the head coach of the Bulls next year. So there are a lot of good coaches out there. There are a lot of names that could possibly become the Bulls' new coach next year, and the obvious one and the first one that comes to mind is, of course, Kenny Atkinson. Atkinson was the Brooklyn Nets coach before being fired, which was a really confusing move by the Nets considering Atkinson was doing really well on their team. He led them to the playoffs last year, and he was just overall getting the most out of his young players. So the Nets fired him, and it was really controversial and it was really weird, but nonetheless he got fired by the Nets. So like I said, Atkinson was getting the most out of his young players, which is why I think he'll work out well with the Bulls. The Bulls have so many young assets on the team, and some of them have been hurt by bad coaching. For instance, Lauri Markkanen was not being used right under Boylen. He was used mostly as a spot-up shooter, and it was just bad, and it was just not what Lauri needed. But under Atkinson, I think he can run more of the offense through Lauri, such as getting him more involved in the post-ups, giving him more opportunities to show off his shot-creating ability and face-up game, etc. He can also get other Bulls players going like Wendell, Kobe, and Gafford, who all suffered from bad coaching as well. In Brooklyn, D'Angelo Russell made the All-Star game, and Spencer Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert, and Joe Harris became good players in the NBA, and a lot of that had to do with Kenny Atkinson's coaching, just giving them opportunities. And I think the same can happen for the Bulls if Atkinson gets hired, and it's just overall a really good fit in my opinion, and that's the number one coach I think the Bulls should be looking forward to getting. They should be looking to get him first in my opinion, but there's going to be a lot of other teams trying to get him, so I don't know. The next coach I have is Davey Yeager. Yeager has a lot of experience with coaching. He's been an assistant coach since 2007, and he became a head coach in 2013 with the Grizzlies, and he had some good playoff runs with Memphis, and then after Memphis he went to be the coach of the Kings, where he led them to become a playoff contending team. The Kings won 39 games in the 2018-19 season with Yeager as the head coach, and they almost made the playoffs in the West, which is really impressive. So with the Bulls, he'll be able to use his experience with the Grizzlies and Kings to possibly turn the Bulls into a playoffs team. And I think overall, Yeager is a really good and well-respected coach, and I think he'll turn this Bulls team around. The third coach I have on this list is Becky Hammond, who is the longtime assistant coach of the San Antonio Spurs. She has a lot of experience under Greg Popovich, and she was a part of those Spurs teams that went deep into the playoffs every year. I think she would bring a lot of knowledge to the Bulls that she got from Pop. She would be the first woman head coach in the NBA, and I feel like the Bulls would just mesh well with her as the head coach. That's all I really have to say in this video. Those are the three coaches that in my opinion would do the best with the Bulls, and yeah, I just think those three coaches will do the best, assuming we move on from Boylen. And no, I don't think we should get Thibodeau back. He's the past. We just need to move forward. Other than that, that's gonna be all for the video, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.